The iPhone 17 Air might make the Pro model seem bulky in comparison. A newly leaked image claims to show just how thin this upcoming iPhone could be. Rumors suggest that Apple is replacing the Plus model in the iPhone 17 lineup with a much slimmer device, potentially called the iPhone 17 Air. If the leaks are accurate, this could be Apple's thinnest iPhone ever, with a thickness of just 5.5 millimeters or possibly even 5.44 millimeters according to some sources. Tipster Imagine View recently shared an image that supposedly compares the thickness of the iPhone 17 Air to the iPhone 17 Pro. If the image is correct, the Air model could be nearly half as thick as the Pro version. These images appear to be 3D printed models based on leaked CAD designs, which have been surfacing frequently in recent months. Several of these CAD leaks also show a redesigned camera module, which has been a topic of debate among Apple fans. The image mainly highlights how thin the iPhone 17 Air could be. It also shows that the device may be slightly wider than the Pro model, which would make sense if Apple increases the screen size. Rumors suggest the display could be around 6.6 or 6.7 inches, making it larger than the iPhone 17 base model. While it may be incredibly slim, it won't necessarily be a compact device. Despite the number of leaks, Apple has yet to confirm the existence of the iPhone 17 Air. If it does become a reality, the device is expected to launch in September alongside the rest of the iPhone 17 series. The leaks suggest that this model introduces a new design featuring a horizontal camera bar at the top, similar to Google's Pixel phones. This camera bar could add about 4 millimeters of thickness, slightly affecting the phone's ultra-thin profile. One of the biggest concerns with extremely thin phones is battery life. However, reports claim that Apple is developing new high-density energy cells for the iPhone 17 Air, which would help maintain strong battery performance despite the thinner design. If true, this technology might allow Apple to shrink the physical size of the battery without reducing its capacity. At the same time, Apple may not be the only company working on a super thin phone. Samsung is rumored to be developing the Galaxy S25 Edge, another ultra-slim device that could compete directly with the iPhone 17 Air. While there's no confirmation that the Galaxy S25 Edge will be released globally, it could become a major rival in markets where both devices are available. With all these leaks and rumors, the iPhone 17 Air is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing potential releases of the year. If Apple does move forward with this design, it could bring a completely new look and feel to the iPhone lineup. The combination of a thinner body, a larger display, a redesigned camera system, and improved battery technology would make the iPhone 17 Air a standout device. Of course, it's important to take these leaks with caution. Apple's final design and specifications won't be confirmed until the official announcement. Until then, speculation will continue and more details may emerge leading up to the September event. If the iPhone 17 Air does become a reality, it will be interesting to see how it stacks up against both the Pro models and competing devices from other brands. Do you think Apple should release an ultra-thin iPhone, or is a slimmer design not worth the potential compromises? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Samsung is reportedly planning to use the Exynos 2400E chipset for its upcoming Galaxy Z Flip FE, also referred to as the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE. The company has been working on a more affordable clamshell foldable device, bringing its foldable lineup to a wider audience. While previous reports suggested that the phone would feature the Exynos 2500 chipset, a new report claims that Samsung has instead opted for an older, less powerful processor. This decision could impact performance, especially considering the differences between these chipsets. The Galaxy Z Flip FE, with the codename B7R, is expected to be powered by the S5e 9945 processor, which corresponds to the Exynos 2400E. This is a slightly downgraded version of the Exynos 2400 that was used in the Galaxy S24. The primary difference between the two is the clock speed of the Cortex-X4 core, which is slightly lower in the Exynos 2400E. Additionally, there are reports that Samsung will use integrated package-on-package IPOE technology with this chipset, which could make the phone thicker and lead to higher temperatures during operation. While the difference between the Exynos 2400E and Exynos 2400 is minimal, the real concern lies in the comparison with the Exynos 2500. The Exynos 2500 is expected to introduce major improvements, including new CPU cores, Cortex-X 925, a more powerful GPU, Xclipse 950, and advancements in neural processing and image signal processing. Additionally, it will be built on a 3nm fabrication process, which is more efficient than the 4nm process used for the Exynos 2400 and Exynos 2400E. This means the Exynos 2500 would not only provide better performance but also improve battery efficiency. Until now, Samsung has relied on Qualcomm chipsets for its Galaxy Z Flip series. The decision to switch to an Exynos processor for the more budget-friendly Galaxy Z Flip FE was already a significant shift, but opting for the Exynos 2400 instead of the Exynos 2500 raises concerns. Many consumers expected Samsung to use the best available processor in its Fan Edition models while maintaining affordability. However, choosing an even older chipset and implementing cost-cutting measures like IPO packaging may lead to lower performance and potential overheating issues. This could disappoint users who are looking forward to a more budget-friendly foldable without sacrificing too much in terms of performance and efficiency. Samsung's move to introduce a Fan Edition foldable is an exciting step for the foldable market, making it more accessible to consumers who might have found previous models too expensive. However, the decision to use a downgraded chipset could impact the overall experience. If the Galaxy Z Flip FE is positioned as a mid-range foldable, it will still need to compete with other premium foldables that offer better performance even if they come at a slightly higher price. The delay of the Pixel 9 might have come at the perfect time for Apple's iPhone 16e. Just when it seemed like Google had its smartphone strategy under control, an unexpected issue surfaced. The company announced the Pixel 9a before it was fully ready, and now the launch is on hold. While it is unclear how this will impact sales, one thing is certain: Apple might be the biggest winner here. First impressions matter, especially in the smartphone market. It is not unusual for new phones to have minor issues at launch, but Google's decision to delay the Pixel 9a due to a component quality issue suggests that the problem might be more serious than expected. Recent reports hint at potential overheating, which could make buyers second-guess their decision. Even if the overheating claims turn out to be exaggerated, the damage to the Pixel 9a's reputation might already be done. When consumers hear about potential problems before a phone is even released, they often hesitate. This uncertainty could push some potential buyers toward other options, like the iPhone 16e. The market for premium mid-range smartphones is not very crowded, especially in the United States. The Pixel A series has always been a solid option in this segment, and many people prefer to stick with the same operating system rather than switch between Android and iOS. However, if buyers start to believe that the Pixel 9a has serious issues, they might become more open to the idea of moving to Apple's ecosystem. The iPhone 16e, while not the most exciting device, could benefit from Google's misstep. Apple's iPhone 16e is an interesting product. It shares many features with the standard iPhone 16, but certain compromises, such as a single rear camera, a 60Hz display, and a $599 price tag, make it less appealing compared to similarly priced Android phones. Despite these drawbacks, it has been performing better than the discontinued iPhone SE. However, early reports suggest that many Apple users are unimpressed, with the high price being a major concern. For those who are not tied to either iOS or Android, the Pixel 9a initially seemed like a much better deal than the iPhone 16e. It offers a fresh design, a dual-camera setup, a flagship processor, and a large battery, all for $499, which is $100 cheaper than the iPhone 16e. But now, with questions surrounding its reliability, some buyers might decide that paying an extra $100 for an iPhone is worth it. If the Pixel 9a does have overheating issues, it could affect its long-term durability. No one wants to invest in a phone that might not last through its full support cycle. Google's credibility has also taken a hit recently. Just a few weeks ago, it was revealed that the Pixel 4's overheating battery led to a software update that reduced its battery life. This raises concerns about whether Google's budget-friendly phones are a reliable choice in the long run. If customers start to see Google as an unreliable option when it comes to affordable smartphones, Apple stands to benefit greatly. The delay of the Pixel 9a could lead more people to consider the iPhone 16e as an alternative. Even though it may not be the perfect choice, it is a safe bet compared to a phone with potential overheating issues. What do you think? Would you consider switching to the iPhone 16e over the Pixel 9a? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.